Jump rope, 2 to 3 minute intervals, looking ahead, making sure to keep your shoulders positioned over your feet. Bent knee heel raises. Keep knees and hips locked, double and single leg raises. Bent knee heel raises. Single leg, do in 15 to 30-second intervals. Single leg hops with med ball. Keep hops within a small circle, shoulders over feet, with a 15 to 30-second interval. Wall leans. With your shoes off, place yourself 12 to 16 inches from the wall, keeping your core tight. Slowly lean into the wall, pull yourself back, and repeat. Anterior step up with heel off. Position ball of foot on platform. Swing leg is free floating. Strength is obtained through balance and toe off. Tallow curl glides. Keep the band near the ankle with resistance. Bring your knee over your toes. Hip flexor action. Use cables or tubing for resistance. Slight forward lean. Full resistance at full extension. Swing leg is always free floating with no rest at the bottom. Hip flexor action. Use cables or tubing for resistance. Clams. Start in side plank position from knee to elbow. Use one point of axis with top foot free floating. Hold top foot in stationary position. Do not rock your hips at end range. This is the wrong way to perform clams. Clams, posterior position, showing good body lines with the foot in a stationary position. Fire hydrants. Suspend leg, lift the leg out at a 45-degree angle, keeping the core strong with no hip rotation. Fire hydrants, incorrect form, do not rock your hips like example being shown. Side jumps, good tight core, being sure to land on ball of foot, hold for 1 to 2 seconds before initiating next jump in the opposite direction. Single leg squats, keep shoulders positioned over foot, eliminate forward bend at hips, no inward knee movement. Walking lunges with twist using met ball. Keeping the shoulders over the hips, complete the action forward and then backward. The following clips are hurdle progression drills designed to develop hip flexibility and neuromuscular control. Keep the core still with all action below the hips. Chair bridges. Start with heels on a chair. Lift your torso to create a straight line from your shoulders to your feet, then lift each leg individually. Oblique leg sit. Start with a side plank with bottom hip at 90 degrees. Then lift hips to complete the movement. Lateral sliders. Start by placing a smooth object under your foot to allow for lateral movement, keeping your shoulders over your hips and your eyes up and your shoulders up. Straight leg lowering, keeping good and straight body lines. Keep both knees straight and hips neutral, using strong tubing as proximal stability. Bridge walkouts. Create a plank from shoulders to knee. No hip drop during walkout to extension. Once at extension, walk back, keeping hips up. Posterior sliders. Place smooth object underfoot, keeping eyes up and shoulders up throughout the entire exercise. Single leg deadlift. Use a pole for balance and a weight on ankle if appropriate. Make a straight line with your body. Single leg stance with glute activation. Begin by standing on an improper surface. Place a soft ball behind the knee. Grasp it with your leg, then lift your leg, making a straight line with your body. Plank with rotational knee drive. Create a plank from push-up position. Swing the knee under the torso, then return to starting position. Do not rock your hips. Spider-Man. Keep hips and torso close to the ground. Bring hip and knee up to 90 degrees. Frog position. Spread your knees as far as possible. Rock your hips back towards your feet. Squeeze your knees together as you rock backwards. Crunches to leg movements. Begin with a series of crunches. After fatiguing your core, hold your shoulders in the upper position. Then begin leg movements, simulating running. After a series of cycles, place your legs together, moving side to side. Overhead easy throw, two hands with met ball. Initiate throw with popping of the hips. Overhead backward throw with hop forward using med ball. Initiate movements with hip. Push press with med ball. 3-point thoracic rotation. Lead with rotation of head and eyes, not arm. Supine progression. Dead bug with arms down to a barrel roll. Goal is to maintain effortless breathing and posture while exercising. Bear. Chin to chest, shoulders away from ears. Follow the movement shown here. Rotational plank. Hips cannot initiate movement. Torso moves as one unit. Stir the pot. Hold the core tight, creating straight body lines. Move your elbows in a circular rotation. Supine arm glides to flies on a foam roll. Breathe properly during this exercise for neuromuscular training. Start with arm glides, then use dumbbells to complete fly exercise. As you progress, narrow your foot stance to create less stability. Reverse flies on a foam roll. Keep your chin tucked.